and welcome back to Mystic Monet. Today for this pick a card reading, we have what they secretly think about you. I just intuitively thought that this would be a good message for people. I think a lot of people have certain thoughts and certain feelings that they have towards you, but maybe they don't feel comfortable, or maybe they feel like they can't openly express that to you. And this could help you reflect on maybe some of your character flaws, or maybe it can reflect on the people that you have around. So we have 4 cards, and you can intuitively try to pick the number that speaks out to you, or you can use a number generator randomizer, or you can just randomly text a close friend and have them pick a number 1 through 4, and that'd be the message for you, whichever is better for you. If you would like, you can pause the video right now and just reflect and pick a number, and we're gonna get started. Okay, so if you pick pile number 1, what they secretly think of you is, what I'm getting from these cards, we have the 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and 10 of Cups. I'm getting that they really think you are a boss, or they really I'm getting this, they look up to you type of feel from this pile. I think whoever this person is, they actually really look up to you, and you actually are a motivator for a lot of the things that they do in their life. They look at you and say, okay, well, she's done this, so I can do this. It's kind of like this role model type of energy. And they probably don't feel, I think they don't want to burden you with that or make you feel like you have to live your life a certain way because of their expectations they have secretly placed on you. But yes, this person definitely looks up to you, and I feel like you uplift them and you motivate them way more than you think that you do. With the 7 of Pentacles, I feel like they think that you're the type of person that just really sees something that they want and they go after it, and they don't mind the hard work that is needed in order for them to gain the prosperity that they need. I think they also think that you are such a patient person, that whatever you have planned for yourself and whatever goals that you have right now, you are the type of person to not necessarily need it at this moment. And I think that is very inspiring to them. I think they love that about you. I think that they really love the fact that you're not the type of person to have like this get rich quick scheme type of mentality, or I need this money now, but doesn't want to work hard for it. No, you're the type of person that's really you understand what you need, and you understand the necessary steps that are needed to be taken in order to acquire your goal. And I think they really like that about you. I think that they wish maybe they could have some of those qualities. Sometimes maybe them themselves are wanting things way too quickly without having the patience. Sorry y'all, this Mercury retrograde it's messing me up when I talk. I'm sorry, but I think that they wish that themselves could be more organized or more patient in the things that they want. They tend to want things and they want it way more quickly. So I think that they really look up to you in that aspect. And then I think for some people, and that's one group of people, how they might feel about you. And then, so I think for another group of people, what they secretly think about you is that you have become too obsessive, or possibly you're a workaholic. I think that they think that you put too much energy into your work and not enough energy into other things outside of work. And work is a beautiful thing, and I think they do admire that about you. But I feel like whoever this person is, they feel, or they wish that you would just take the time to just slow down a bit and not be so hell-bent on your work, or so focused on your work, or focus on whatever goal that you're focused on at this moment. I think that they wish that you would pay a little bit more attention to them, or pay a little bit more attention to maybe your mental health or yourself in general, versus just, I need to do this, I need to do this now. I think that they want you to know that it's other things to life outside of your work, and work is a great thing, but they want you to know that it's other things outside of that. I think that they feel like you've you have become very obsessive in a way with it, and just I'm getting like just a lot of workaholic energy. So for some group they find that admiring, but for another group I feel like they think it's gone too far to where you're starting to lose sight of yourself or lose sight of the friendship or whoever this person that you picked this pile for. I feel like that you're not paying as much attention to them because you're so obsessed about this one thing. I'm also getting, this just came to me, I think that some people, it might not even be work. I think that there's somebody who is paying way more attention. Maybe they're like fresh in a relationship or they're in a relationship, but maybe you're putting a lot of your energy, almost like this obsessive energy, into this a partner, to where you have not have been a great friend that you could have been. And this is only going to resonate with like a couple people, I feel like, but maybe I think your friend or whoever you pulled this pile for, they feel like you have put a lot of energy into your partner versus being like a good friend to them. I'm also getting, if you picked pile number 1, that this person secretly thinks that you have everything going on in your life as well, is with the admiring energy. But I also feel like they think that you just have everything going on in your life, and you yourself are like, what? No, I don't. This is a mess. But whoever you pick this for, they really see you in this light of just having everything together for yourself. And I think that they feel like you are just goals. Like you're what I aspire to be. Like they really think that you have it together. Like you don't need or want anything else in your life. Your life is just perfect. Almost like a fan idolizes a celebrity in a way. It's just that they really can't see that you're flawed like everyone else and you go through things like everything else. They really feel like you have made a full complete circle in life. Life has just garnered you with all these possibilities and blessings, and that's what they see. That's what they think about you. They think that you are goals. They think that you're pretty much perfect, and that you have it all figured out. This is all I have for pile number 1. I really hope that this resonated with you. Please like or subscribe or leave a comment on how you felt about this message. I am an open book and I'm ready for any type of communication with people that are into my messages. Thank you and have a good day. Okay, so pile number 2. If you pick pile number 2, what they secretly think about you is that, for one, I'm getting like this inquisitive curiosity nature coming up. I think that they think you're very creative and optimistic, and you have a lot of ideas, a lot of things that you want to do, and a lot of things that goals and ideas that have come to your head that you want to do and you should possibly act on. And I think that they like that about you, but I think I'm getting this, I'm getting kind of like they secretly think that you're not being like realistic with your goals. And this doesn't necessarily mean that these goals aren't attainable. This is just what they think, what they simply think about it. So I think that they think that, you know, the things that you're aiming for in life right now, or the things that you're even interested in, they really find it like, oh, like laughable, like, you know, like that's cool for a hobby, but like you shouldn't do that as a career, you know, kind of like that kind of snobby energy. I think they kind of look down on a lot of the ideas or things that you would like to do. And this could be for people, I'm sensing like possible jobs that aren't like, you know, what is deemed quote unquote normal. So in fact, if you want to do something like be a fashion designer, or you want to get into acting, or, you know, jobs like that where people kind of like laugh at it because they think, well, you're not going to become that. Like that's what I'm getting. Like they simply think that the goals that you have for yourself, and the goals that you're making for yourself, are not actual like real goals. They think that, you know, you need to get out of this like this idea that that's what you need to do. I really feel like they see you as like a child. I keep getting like this child energy, like I feel like they think that you need to grow up. I think that they think you're very childish, that you need like some more lessons in your life. Like you haven't really been growing up. Like you're not responsible. You're not a responsible person. You're not very adult-like, just very, they see you like in a child way. Just getting like this, yeah, like kind of like looking down on you in a way. That's just what I'm getting, like, you know, you just really need to grow up. That's what they think about you. You need to grow up. They think that they are more mature than you. They think that they are more just steady than you. They think that, and not necessarily that they think that they're better than you. I just feel like they think that you just have so much growing up to do. Like where your head is and where you're at right now, they feel like you're not on that level where they're at right now. And it doesn't necessarily mean they don't like you or anything like that. I just think that's what they secretly think about you. Like, you know, you're just not as mature as you could be. Are y'all in school? I'm sorry, that just came to me. I'm getting people that are possibly in college. This is just what came to me. But I'm also getting that they think that you're very in your own bubble. Kind of like you're in your bubble, you have all this stuff going on for yourself, and you have this, everything is just there for you, and kind of like this self-absorbed energy. At least that's what they think about you. Like kind of like you smell yourself too much, you feel yourself too much, kind of like you need to humble yourself. You need to really humble yourself, and that's what they think. They think that you're too much into yourself to where you're not really being a considerate person or being the type of person that they would like for you to be. And I think this goes back to what I said before, this immaturity. They think that's just another sign of your immaturity, the sign of you not being as mature as you could be and not being as adult as you could be, because you're so self-absorbed. And like a real adult will, you know, knows how to balance things. You're kind of just like all over the place. You have nothing really balanced. Like you have nothing really like set up. Like you're the type of person to, you know, and this is just what they're thinking, that like if you have a job or something like that, you know, you're the type of like, oh wait, I did have to go to work today. Like, you know, just nothing's just really organized in your life. Like everything's chaotic. Your relationship is chaotic. Your friendships are chaotic. Like it's always drama. And this is just what they think, you know. It doesn't necessarily mean it's true. It's just what their perspective about you is. That's how they perceive you. I'm also getting, for not too many people, but I think that they might also secretly think that you're like, you're a loner, you know. I think some people think that you just really like to be alone, like kind of like being in your own bubble. Like I said before, yeah, just like this loner type energy, like you don't really have friends, you don't really associate with too many people, and that's what they think about you. Like that's the type of person you are. That's the impression that you give into them. You don't really fuck with people like that. That you kind of on your own shit. I think in a way, and this is just my own personal opinion from what I'm picking up, I feel like in a way they are jealous of you because they themselves have probably had to grow up faster than they wanted to grow up. So they probably had to, you know, at a young age had to step up and be an adult, and they always had to be responsible. They never had like the freedom to just kick back their feet and just live and be a young adult or even be like a child. So then they meet you, or however they have associated yourself with you, and you're not like that. You're very free-spirited and you don't need other people. You know, you can be alone and you can really like have these ideas and you're passionate about it, and you're not trying to do the status quo type of thing. So because of that, there's kind of like this jealousy in a way to where instead of actually reflecting on the fact that they might just be jealous of the fact that they themselves have a hard time letting loose and being like how you are, they see it in a way of where they're condescending, and they see it as if, no, you just need to grow up. Like you're the one with the problem. Really, they're the one with the problem. They're the one who has like this issue. There's more of an issue within themselves than they realize. They really think that you're the person with the problem, and really they're the one with the problem. You know, I don't think there's no such thing as a time limit of growing up. And yeah, some people that are immature, but I don't really feel like you're immature. I don't really get that from you. I think that you're just maybe a young adult or even an older adult, but I think that you're just really starting to you're just a free-spirited person. And you're just not like them. And just because you're not like them doesn't mean that you're immature. It doesn't mean that you're not an adult. Some people just have a different way that they do things, and it doesn't make them less or more mature than the next person. I also think that this person, I'm just getting like earth energy. So they could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or possible water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So pile number 2, I hope that resonated with you. That's the message I got of what they secretly think about you. If you enjoyed, please like or subscribe. Even comment which pile you picked. I am open to any type of communication with you guys, and have a nice day. Okay, pile number 3, if you pick this card, this is what they secretly think about you. So this song came to my head. I think it's called Boss, Are You a Boss by Rick Ross featuring Nicki Minaj, because that's just like the energy. Even like how I'm talking right now, I feel so confident. Like my confidence, just like I'm talking way more, like this is the message. This is how you want to hear it. So yeah, either you or the person that you're asking about are a fire sign, possible water, but I'm getting Aries, Leo, Sagittarius vibes from this, possible Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But man, what they think about you is that you don't take no shit. Like you ain't taking no shit. They already know that they can't come at you with no bullshit. They know they can't come at you with nothing more than the high standard. They look at you as the high standard. They already know that they can't come at you with nothing less than what you've already said. So I really feel like this boss, powerful vibes. I feel like they think that you are just who you are. And the type of person that you are, you're not gonna they can't do the things that they probably would usually do with other people. I'm kind of getting like they're probably the type of person that really likes to be just sneaky, or they like to lie, manipulate, and just play games. And I feel like, no, they already know that they can't play games with you. And they'll never tell you that, because this is what they secretly think. They don't want to give you like the power of knowing that. But you know, and they know that you the boss, and you in control, and you the one that makes all the moves and the power moves. And you're not the type to try to settle. You're not going to settle. You are not going to settle. You have standards. You have things that you want. And if they don't like it, then they can leave. That's the type of energy. That's what they secretly think about you. I'm also getting that, wow. I'm also getting that they think that you're very, I'm getting confidence. I feel like they think that you're just like a really confident person, and you're confident in everything that you do, and every decision that you make. It's all about you and how it uplifts and betters you in that moment, and you're very courageous. Like the type of things that people kind of shy away from, you have no problem defending yourself, or even being in conflict with someone or having an argument with someone. You're going to defend yourself, and you're courageous in that aspect, to where you don't hide in the face of danger. You embrace it. If someone comes at you or comes for your neck, you're going to be the type of person to put them in their place. And I think that's what this person sees in you. And in a way, I feel like some people, the person that you asked about, they themselves are actually embodied that type of spirit themselves, that they're just as confident as you. And then it's a couple people that they're really not that confident. In a way, they are, they're not really a conflict type of person. They really don't really like drama, or they really don't like they're not as bold and courageous as they would hope to be. So, it resonates how it resonates. So I feel like they kind of look up to that energy. And then it's some people that they have the exact same energy as you. Like they're just as courageous as you. I'm also getting that they think that you are a very kind person. I think that they think that you are the type of person to really, really feel what someone else is feeling. Kind of like empath vibes, or just not necessarily intuition, but you're the type of person, if someone is coming to you with their story, or someone is like confiding in you, you really can feel what they feel. You really can empathize with their situation, and you're actually pretty good at, you're really good at listening when someone has an issue or problem. So the person that you asked about, they probably come to you with their problems a lot, or they feel it's very natural for them to like confide in you in a lot of things. And just so that you know that that's one of the things that they like about you. That's what they really like about you. They like the fact that you're always there when they do call you, and that you're a good listener. That's what I keep getting. I feel like you're a really good listener. You know when to just zip it and let someone just vent and have their moment and just express how they feel. And a lot of people tend to lack that skill. They'll probably talk over you, they interrupt you, they never let you get your point across. You just really give off the vibe of like, I can call this person and I can really vent to them about how I'm feeling, and they're gonna make me feel better and not worse when I get off the phone with them. So that's something that they really what they secretly think about you, is that you're a great listener, and you're a really kind person. You're able to be there for them, and that's what they think about you. I think in a way, they also think that you're very relatable. Like, you're really able to relate to anyone and anybody. Like, you meet someone and you really like, okay, yeah, I get you, I understand where you're coming from. People just relate with you. And I also think that people kind of flock to you in a way. I think some of y'all like that, some of y'all don't, but people do flock to you regardless if you paid attention to it or not. I think that you have that type of energy, like, since you are confident. And that's the thing about confidence a lot of people don't understand. When you are a truly confident person, it literally beams off of you. People can feel that energy wherever you go. So because of that confidence that you have, wherever you go, people tend to just, flock to you and come to you. And, you're the type of person, if someone's lost, they automatically, like, could be a crowd full of people and they're going to go to you. You're like, damn, why don't you come to me for directions? Like, but yeah, that's the type of energy you just give off. Like, I can come to this person. That's the type of energy you have. And you're just really relatable. I think that they themselves possibly aren't as relatable. Like, they're probably not a people person. They probably don't like to really even be around a lot of people like that, or people really don't relate to them like that in that way. So that's something that they think about with you. Like, wow, she's really relatable. Like, everywhere we go, I'm sorry, I said she or he is really relatable. And everywhere we go, people just pay attention to them, and like, kind of like they just pay attention. You just really garner attention. Like, and this possibly could not be true, because that's the thing about what they secretly think about you. People's perspective might not actually match the reality. You might actually be very shy. You probably don't even talk to a lot of people, but what they think about you is when they hang out with you or when they are around you, they feel like they're hanging out with like a superstar or something. Like, they really feel like they're just hanging out with someone that just gets all this attention from so many people, and like everybody knows them, and it's just like that type of energy. That's what they think about you. Okay, so pile number 3. I hope that this resonated with you. If it did, please comment down below the pile that you picked and your thoughts on everything. Have a nice day. Okay, so if you picked pile number 4, what they secretly think about you is that you're a bitch.
Ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
There is no real way to sugarcoat that, so I'm just gonna give you the message how I receive it. I really am getting like you're a bitch vibes from this. I think that they think you're very argumentative, that you're always trying to start arguments, that they can't get a word in, that every time that they try to talk to you, it ends into an argument. It ends up being an issue, it ends up being a conflict, it ends up being something way more than it needs to be. For some of y'all, I think they think that you're just very depressing, that you're just so pessimistic and so down and just, woe is me, my life is trash, this sucks, I hate this. And it's so much to them that they find it very draining. They don't like that energy. So it's either or. Either you're a bitch, starting arguments, or you're the type of person where you're just very depressed and your spirits are very, very low, to where they don't want to be around you. I'm also getting that for some people, I feel like they think that you are just stuck in life, that you're very you do the same things all the time. You never switch it up. You never do anything different. and you're not even trying to grow. You're not even trying to become a better person. And this doesn't necessarily mean it's true. This is just what they think about you. They think that you are not trying to become better. They think that you're not trying to grow from your mistakes, learn from your mistakes. It's like you're really comfortable with who you are right now, even if you are toxic, even if you're not the best version of yourself that you could be. And we can always be better versions, by the way. So that's what they think. They think it's just like this stuck energy, like you're not really just trying to do anything differently. And I'm really just feeling like they really don't want to be in your life anymore. I feel like they really don't want to, they don't want to be around you, you know? I feel like for you, you're the type of person that if they have an event and you show up, they go, ugh, and they roll their eyes and are like, oh, he's here or she's here. Like, why are they here? Like, it's really like this annoyance with you. And I'm not sure what has transpired in the past, if you said anything to them, or you might not even be aware of this because this is what they secretly think about you. I don't think that they have necessarily the balls to confront you about the situation or really let you know that they don't fuck with you like that. But that's what the cards are telling you. They don't fuck with you like that, fam. And you just have to hear that, like, sorry, you know. And I really am, like, this is not a great pile, but this is what they think about you. I feel like there's just this annoyance, like, but they don't really have the heart to tell you that for some reason, but that's what they think. There's like this annoyance, like, who invited? Like, you're the uninvited. You're not the person that should be here, you know. Like, why are you here? You know, here she comes, like, when you come in, it's like, oh, here comes the bitch, she's gonna start some shit. Or you're the person that's, oh, she's gonna be depressing, we just want to have fun, here she comes with this depressing shit. Like, that's the type of vibe that they feel from you, and that's what they secretly think about you. They also think that I feel like that they wish that they could be more honest with you. And some people, they probably already told you how they felt, but you just don't care. I'm not really sure, but for some that have not told you this is how they felt, I feel like they don't think that you're the type of person to really take accountability for your actions, or the type of person to possibly deflect. Like, if they were to actually sit you down and have a conversation and say, you know what, I really feel like you've been a bitch, and I really feel like every time I try to talk to you, you argue with me for no reason, you're just being like really conflict, I don't feel comfortable inviting you anywhere. Or if they even tell you no, I feel like you've just been very just monotonous, and I feel like you've been very pessimistic, and you're like really bringing other people down, and you're really not really trying to get out of this funk. You're not even trying to like better yourself. I feel like if they were to even sit you down and tell you these things, that you would deflect. You would make it all about the things that they need to fix versus what they're trying to tell you about you. So if they tell you all that, instead of saying, you know what, I can see why you would say that, I've just been going through this, like, I don't feel like you would be that open-minded. At least is what they think, that you won't be that open-minded. They think that you're gonna be like, you're the one with the problem. You're the one, remember that one time you did this to me, but you want to talk about me? Like, you're the type of person, they feel like you would just deflect. Like, you would never take any accountability. And they themselves, of course, they're not perfect, and they can take accountability, but it's like, if they're trying to have a conversation with you and they're trying to get you to see how you have wronged them, then it'll be nice for you to actually listen to that and actually be somewhat aware of the things that you have done, the things that you have done to hurt them, or why they feel that way. And I feel like they think that you would not take accountability whatsoever, and that you're in this energy to where you don't think that your actions really have consequences. You know, you think that you're so back to that stuck energy. You're so stuck in the way that you think, and you're so stuck in the way that you feel about something, kind of like the self-absorbed energy, that you do not even take a second to realize or reflect on how that person might feel, or how you actually make that person feel. It's almost like you want to be the victim. At least that's what they think. They think you're always trying to be the victim, and they feel like you're not going to take accountability. Therefore, they feel like that's why they haven't had this conversation with you. If they haven't had this conversation with you, that's why, because they think it's basically a pointless conversation. It's not going to go anywhere. You're still going to be this person because that's the person that you are. You're not trying to change. I do feel like that they care about you, and I feel like they wish that you would just try to at least try to be more in your truth, and that you would just grow and try to mature from out of this like character flaw that they feel about you. I think that they wish that you would just evolve from that. But the way that they secretly think about you right now is that they don't think that you're actually ever going to evolve from that. I think that they are starting to actually come to terms with the fact that this is who you are. You're always going to be this person. And where they are right now, that's not where they're at. And I think at a certain point in time, they actually, the type of person that they were, they did. And this is if you're asking about someone you've known for a while. If this is someone you've known for a while, I feel that maybe at the beginning of when y'all both met or when y'all first got to know each other, that the way that they were, it actually meshed with the personality that you have. And now I feel like in a way maybe they have evolved or maybe they have grown from their perspective, and they feel like you haven't grown with them, and they just want you to grow with them. They want you to evolve with them. And this is only going to resonate with people if you ask about someone that you know for a while. Now, if this is a new person or a new person you're asking about, that no, they probably have always thought that you need to just evolve more. But I just really feel like they do care about you. I don't think that this doesn't mean they don't care about you. They really actually care about you. I just think that they're getting to a point where they're just frustrated and they're so annoyed with the type of person you are, and they just really wish you would just evolve. And since you're not evolving, I think they seriously are getting to a point where they're just kind of getting to a point where it just needs to be fair and objective, and they're gonna start to just really push away from you. I don't really see them just cutting it off with you. I think they care too much. I think it might be some people that are really heading to the point where they're not going to talk to you ever again, but for a vast majority of whoever picked this pile number 4, the person that you picked for, I feel like a vast majority of those people, I don't feel like they're going to cut you off. I just feel like they're going to just call it for what it is. I think you might not even realize it, but I think it might be certain things that they might not invite you to. They might have certain events and they're just I'm not going to invite her. I'm not going to invite him. Just certain things like that. I think they've accepted you for who you are, but this is what they think about you. This is what they secretly think about you. So some of it, I feel like there is some acceptance of this, but this is just what they think about you, and they'll never tell you that, or they have, but this is what they think. And but I'm really getting that they still accept you, but it is some that are starting to push away. They're getting to a point where they're just really tired of it. I just get this rolling eye type of energy. They are really tired of you as a person, and that's just how they feel about you. So for pile number 4, I really hope this resonated with you. I really hope this gave you some type of clarity. Please like or subscribe or comment the pile that you picked. I really do appreciate it. It all helps. I love the feedback, and I hope you have a nice day. Okay, so that's it for this pick a card reading, what they secretly think about you. There was 4 piles. I felt so much energy from these cards. I really hope that this gives you some type of clarity about the people that you're asking for. I do believe that you can go to different piles for different people. Like if you want to know what your friend thinks, or if you want to know what your partner thinks, you can do different piles for each situation. I really hope that it resonated with you. I really hope that it gave you the clarity that you needed. These type of messages are really for just really understanding what that person might feel about you that they haven't actually felt comfortable or necessary to express to you yet. So it's really great to give these messages to you. I am so grateful and I really enjoy doing these. Please like, comment, or subscribe, and have a great day.